There are people who pass easy judgments on others, have their missing red flags, and that could prevent them from being in a toxic relationship. And the same people will justify when the red flag is happening as something that's totally normal. So I want to unpack some of these things in this video and talk about why we first miss the red flags in the moment, and why is this justification and rationalization so common that prevents us from seeing things clearly. How many times have you heard it's all about first impression? So when you do meet someone that's charming, charismatic, confident, they have a really good game, and you're swept off your feet, you tell yourself a story that this could be the one, and then your friends and others meet this person and they're like, oh wow, you could be a really great couple. And so there's this story built out in your head that things are heading in the right direction. So it's usually after the honeymoon, you start experiencing self-doubt, or you get invalidated one day, you get sudden silent treatment, and you try to talk to your friends, and what's a very common thing that they will say? You are overthinking, stop overanalyzing, give it some space, pull back. You're a great couple. They'll be crazy about you if you just stop overthinking and overanalyzing. I'm curious about how many people tell their friends, hey, actually listen to that voice inside. Maybe it's trying to tell you something. Maybe it's trying to tell you to explore what is it that you want and that you're not seeing there. Is it communication, empathy? What is it that's missing there? Instead, they'll tell you not to listen to your intuition, to stop overanalyzing and stop overthinking and just think that everything's okay. So you can see when the system is shallow, when there is toxic positivity as the sort of framework, let's overemphasize the positive, downplay the negative, have these band-aids, solutions or answer for something that could be really important, how that supports narcissism, because this totally plays into the hand of narcissists, because now they have you exactly where they want you to be. Now you're gonna think that, okay, if you try something else, you're gonna get their attention, and pretty much they're playing the game with you so they can get the power, dominance, and control over you. And the charm, charisma, confidence, and all the game that they set up has already formed these first impressions that no one wants to challenge anymore. Then you start living in the world where on the outside, things look good. Your friends think you're in a relationship that's working, and you hit the checkbox of being in a relationship, but on the inside you feel confused because you're constantly invalidated. You never know what's right, what's wrong. They constantly try to throw you off your balance. You tried a million things and nothing really works. You tell yourself every time there are some good days that things are improving, but they always go back to some sort of chaos and instability. And after some time, you decide that that's not working for you, that you want to leave. And so you end the relationship. And then those same friends tell you that you just need to get over it. And now when you hear just get over it or shake it off and move on, now you can self-blame yourself for not being able to do that, because these are not normal relationships and there is a lot to process there. And you can start experiencing even more self-blaming, shame, and guilt that you don't have space to really process. So this is where all of that superficial toxic positivity creates the cycle that's not really good for us. That's the point I was trying to make. And the other point I was trying to make, it's really up to you to create environment around you that's deeper. So finding relationships where there is a depth, where you can actually explore all of you and not just the positive parts is really, really important. And getting in touch with your intuition is one of the major things that we all need to do in our healing journey in order to not ignore the warning signs that our intuition is always telling us. So that's all I have for this video today. If you do like this content and you think someone could benefit from it, I would appreciate if you share it with them. And if you also want to follow me, do that as well and subscribe to the channel.